Conquering oneself is a deeply personal experience that holds different meanings for each of us. In general, it involves improving oneself in areas we want to improve, like our limitations, fears, negative thoughts, feelings, habits, and behaviors, such as laziness, overeating, jealousy, shamelessness, uncontrolled anger, and more. This means changing our attitudes, learning to behave differently, or overcoming obstacles that hinder our progress. It is necessary to take a deep look at ourselves and recognize our shortcomings, because we all have them to some extent, and then take them on through education, training, self-study, or personal coaching to help us improve our way of doing things. As I delve deeper into my own self-discovery, philosophical observations often inspire my insights. These observations have existed for thousands of years and are easily accessible. For instance, one of the primary reasons I chose to study philosophy in college was to better understand the things that I didn't know and couldn't comprehend. My aim was to uncover new ways to understand them more deeply. This study helped me a lot and is a lifelong project I still need to work on. Constantly teaching myself something new has helped me understand how I can assist others in learning new things. I do this primarily through conversation, exercises, training, and mentoring, and it's gratifying. To conquer oneself, one must self-examine, exercise discipline, maintain perseverance, and approach life with an open mind. We must recognize that we are who we are because we have been shaped by a vast system that includes customs, culture, education, employment, family, and society. Whether or not we fully embrace this system, it influences our behavior and mindset. However, we should be aware that society's influences are not necessarily something we want to adopt, and we should strive to maintain our individuality and authenticity. At first, we may notice something is not as it should be. It needs to be clarified whether this issue is external or internal. However, if it is something within ourselves, we can address it immediately without seeking approval from anyone else. We are in complete control of the situation. When we become aware of something within ourselves that we want to improve, such as our thoughts, feelings, or behavior, it often coincides with a desire to change something in our lives. This could be negative thought patterns, habitual behaviors, or self-created obstacles that we may not even remember setting for ourselves. As individuals, we each have our unique perspective and importance in the world, which can make changing ourselves seem daunting. Recognizing our limitations and focusing on small, achievable goals is essential. For example, setting a goal to change a particular behavior each month and sticking to it until it becomes a habit. By taking small steps and being patient, we can gradually make the changes we want to see and become better versions of ourselves. It typically takes me around 3 or 4 weeks to change one of my behaviors. For instance, I might stop drinking Pepsi Max or Coke or eating candy on weekdays. To make these changes, we need to set clear and precise targets that are also realistic and measurable. Unfortunately, not everyone understands the importance of measuring targets' effectiveness or how crucial it is to make them realistic. We can't eat a whole elephant in one meal. We need to cut it down, freeze it, store it, and eat it gradually over a long period. To help ensure that behavioral changes occur, planning a schedule and prioritizing the shift every day for the next 30 days can be helpful. This may involve changing your daily routine, adopting new methods to deal with depression, stress, or anxiety, or learning some new skills, such as learning a new chess opening. After creating a change plan, following it up with consistent training and action is crucial. Merely wishing for change is not enough. It requires self-discipline and concerted effort. It is critical to avoid being too hard on ourselves during this process and prioritize our well-being. Even when we feel demotivated, we should maintain a positive attitude and remind ourselves of what motivates us. If the plan is not working, seeking guidance and support from someone who can understand and encourage us is essential. We usually turn to friends and family for support when trying to achieve our goals. However, it's also important to seek help from a specialist who can review our plan and set realistic goals. Sometimes, obstacles, such as a mental illness or deeply ingrained beliefs, may prevent us from achieving our goals. We may need to address these issues first to overcome these obstacles and reach our goals. With the help of a specialist, we can identify these obstacles and work towards overcoming them to succeed in our endeavors. It's important to reassess and adjust when necessary. If a plan isn't working, it's time to change it and try something else. Even if a project seems overwhelming, starting somewhere and progressing is essential. This may require resilience and courage, but these virtues can be developed over time. One way to stay motivated is to celebrate small victories along the way. Even a tiny change in your path is worth recognizing and celebrating. This will help you stay motivated and continue to work on improving yourself. Remember that personal growth is a lifelong journey. It's important to constantly strive for improvement and to never give up. Overcoming challenges takes time, but the person you become is worth the effort. In conclusion, always be willing to adjust your plans and celebrate your progress. With perseverance and dedication, you can achieve your goals and become the best version of yourself.